heard about the rise of fake news. Usually you can find fake news on websites that create stories that are completely false and get people to believe they're true.
Yes.
A lot of the time they end up getting shared on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. But it's important to know the difference between real stories and fake ones. Now, I'm a huge news junkie.
Yes. You are.
I mean, I love the news.
Yes. I follow your Instagram and I'd be like, oh, that's what's going on in the world.
I'm kind of concerned about this fake news because the thing is that there are important stories that's actually happening, and I don't know why people are following. Like, you really have to research and make sure that what you're reading is actually true, so you don't put out things, because they done killed Morgan Freeman 50 times, all right? It's like, stop killing, he's not dead.
And guys, Instagram blogs are not where you should get your credible news from, FYI.
Thank you.
Like, gossip blogs are probably not the most credible source.
I actually was featured on one of those sites. It was a list of 20 celebrities you didn't know died this year.
I saw that.
It was me 1 month, and then it was my sister the next month.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, this is so weird. And then I started getting tweets. I'm sorry, this had happened. And I'm like, this is news to me.
Right.
Guys, look at me sitting here all alive and stuff reading
It was
this.
so weird.
No, I agree with you. I've learned never to believe anything you read unless you have solid facts. Maybe some numbers or something to actually prove it, because even the real, we've been dragged through some media BS that's like, where are they getting this from? It doesn't make sense. However, I will be the first to admit that if I'm like online shopping, in the corner it says, Justin Bieber's penis revealed, I'm clicking. Yes,
that's real.
I'm that girl. I love a good juicy picture.
Do you look at, Jeannie, do you look at the sex tapes too?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yes. Dude, whatever. Call me a dirty mind. You can pray for me. That's fine. I'll take the prayer. I just love weird news.
But see, that's entertainment. The problem is that when it's the political news or, you know, really, you know, more
facts that are important, like real things.
Or
you
people
really
dying. Like, one day I literally started almost crying in an Uber. I was like driving in the car. I wasn't driving. I was in the car and I literally text messaged our EP here. And I'm like, you guys, I'm so sad. Can you believe Betty White passed away? Like, that's not even funny, you guys. Like, she's actually an older person, and I really believed this.
Right.
And it was totally a hoax. It was that time when they were doing the death hoax.
Yeah.
How is that funny?
Killing off people. And it's not funny. And the thing...
What the hell?
One of our balls just fit. Oh,
See, that's what happens when you shop at the 99-cent store.
Why did I just get scared? Like,
Me too, because we were talking about dead people.
No, you know what, though? This fake news
me.
is getting so bad that even the Pope commented on it, and I thought that was fake. I had to check it, because I was like, the Pope is commenting, and he said that fake news is a sin, and that, you know, we need to...
It's like gossiping.
It's like lying.
Exactly. That's what he said.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's
so
a good
thank
point.
you, Pope.
I agree.
That's not a wake-up call.
Yeah. What are different ways that you actually make sure that your news is fact?
Well, I just have a couple of reputable websites that I go to and that I go to all the time. Like CNN, Huffington Post,
Reddit,
Drudge Report. But another tip to know if you are, you know, reading a site that has true facts is you read about the About Us section on the website.
Yeah.
Most sites will have a lot of information about the news outlet and the company that runs it.
Yeah.
You have to look at the quotes in the stories or lack thereof.
Exactly.
And lastly, you have to look at who is making these quotes. Make sure to check and see if they are a reputable source with a title that you can verify through a quick search or Google.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would search several different outlets. Don't rely on just one place.
Yeah, but I mean, the old school ones, too, are good. You know, like Time, on the Wall Street Journal, New York Times,
the Associated
LA Times.
Press.
ABC News, like NBC News, I always go to those.
Yeah, because whenever something like, especially when it's somebody's death, I immediately Google. And if I Google and I don't see a great source, a source that's, you know, that I know, then I'm like, it's not true. You know, because then my mom called me one morning and she was like, I'm looking on they said that you're getting death threats. I said, death threats? What are you talking about? I'm like, who is saying Johnny G. I'm like, who is Johnny G?
You're like, who trying to kill me? Where?
Now,
How?
isn't that true, though? If we can get real for a second, I know Mama Mai hits those up. Do your moms read random sources to find out things and hear stuff, and you're like, Mom, don't listen to Johnny G.
Exactly. They listen to they're reading the blogs now, and then they're getting their information
or
from
just
these
that
other
tag,
spaces.
You know, that tagline.
Yeah.
They're not actually reading the entire article.
Right.
Because my mom actually thought I had a sex tape out there. Remember when I was on the show and I said that I made a sex tape with my husband? But she freaked out because she thought I had a sex tape just loose somewhere. I don't.
Well, see,
I don't.
If it's too good to be true, it probably is not true.
Like a sex tape of you would be way too good to be true.
That would be juicy.
It would be so good, though.
So juicy.